Hey everybody, it's Ian. Before we get this episode started, I wanted to announce some big changes coming to the podcast. So starting now, Seth will be stepping down as a host. But don't worry, we've got lots of new content planned for our YouTube channel, and Seth will still be a part of that. Think of him as sort of like a guest going forward. He'll stop by to say hello from time to time, and even fill in for us when we need him to. The next big change is the introduction of our new host, Caden. You're probably familiar with him if you've been listening to us for a while, but Caden has been an awesome recurring guest, and now it's time for him to join us as a host. And lastly, we'll be changing our upload schedule to Tuesdays every 2 weeks. We know our upload schedule has been less than stellar recently, so we're trying to remedy that. Thank you to everyone who's supported us thus far. It really does mean the world. So with that said, we hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you on the other side.
Welcome back to the Goons podcast.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, definitely the Goons. The Gooner podcast, if you will.
What episode are we on?
63. Yeah, this is episode 63, by the way.
Almost a stack. Holy shit.
So anyways, welcome to this episode of Banned from Broadcast. And today, who do we have? We have...
Joseph's back after 5 months of absence.
Since November.
Yeah, November.
We have Joseph, the non-autistic one. We have Nick, the big, thick, fishing...
Okay.
Bleep that last word.
Chat, dox him.
Oh, no last names, huh? Alright. So, you guys got anything you want to start out with, or...?
Okay, first of all, you're missing two of us here, but that's okay.
Who? I said you.
Yeah, but you to introduce yourself.
Oh.
Ian.
What's my nickname?
We have big dick, curly haired, and fabulous
yeah.
mustache, but it's actually beard. Ian.
It's a very, very light mustache. You can barely see it.
He's going for the Hitler stash. And then we have me, the man of the hour. We have CJ, Caden, whatever you want to call me.
The star of the show, really.
Yeah, so Seth is no longer with us. He was in a really bad car accident, and it's a really sore topic. It was a 20-car pileup.
The Caden started.
Yeah, rest in peace. You know, I didn't see him coming. You know, and he's in a better place now.
Seth's Mustang fell apart in the road, and then he just got one thing led to another.
It just exploded. I don't know how that bomb got in his gas tank. Really weird. But anyways, you got anything you want to start out with?
You're the man with the topics, so what do you got for us?
All right. Well, this was something that me and Nick were talking about the other day that I really need your guys' opinion on, because I thought this was kind of like, generally the same thought, but what are your thoughts on ASMR?
I like ASMR. I've said that before on air.
You're pro ASMR. I know Nick is pro ASMR. Joseph?
Okay, I like one ASMR dude, right?
One video.
Just because he's not. Is this one? I think he was Brazilian. He wears a Spider-Man mask and he just makes the loudest, most annoying noises possible.
I've seen those.
I absolutely love that guy. He does like ASMR battles versus people, and he always wins through his sheer
what
will.
What the fuck is an ASMR battle?
Bro out-whispered the other guy. Or in this case, he out-screamed him, I guess. So.
Rapping ASMR would go crazy.
It's where he's just making all this fucking stupid noise. And the other person's actually trying to like get the most hearts or whatever TikTok likes. in whatever
Oh.
5-minute time.
Did TikTok got banned in the US, or is that still like waiting to be passed?
I doubt they'll actually ban
Shit,
it.
I was on TikTok earlier, so
There's no way. I think they're just gonna have restrictions. I think they made restrictions for like government officials was the thing they passed.
They talked about banning it last year or the year before, and nothing ever came of it. But like this time, from what I heard, at least everyone's like, "Oh yeah, it's definitely happening this time, guys. Be ready."
Mhm.
And I don't give a shit because
Well, it's just always mass hysteria.
Yeah, I hope it gets banned, not because I give a fuck about China spying on us or whatever. Like they already do that. I don't care. But mainly just because
Hey,
I
man,
want it
we
to.
love China.
Yeah, I want it to slowly like heal the brain rot that has been just, put out there because of TikTok. But it's kind of too late because every other app has kind of emulated the formula. So
Yeah, they're all doing that short form content, which I hate.
Got
Especially
YouTube
YouTube.
Shorts, Instagram Reels.
fucking hate it too.
It's so stupid, okay? The platform is made for usually long form media, not short form content. You post
Mhm.
videos so people can watch it and enjoy an entire thing. Sometimes they're a couple seconds long, but usually it's for a reason, It just this YouTube Shorts piss me off.
I think doesn't it still like automatically if your video is like under a minute, doesn't it automatically turn it into a short, or do they get rid of
Yeah,
that?
I have a few YouTube Shorts now as well.
Yeah, I fucking hate that feature.
Anyways, back on ASMR. I bring this up because I hate ASMR really, like
Why?
a lot. It's
Amen, brother. Amen.
okay, so like ASMR makes me so extremely like uncomfortable to listen to. Like, I don't know how you guys take it, but like,
It depends on what you're listening to.
I guess any like
No.
version of it I've listened to gives me like uncomfortable chills. Like, it makes me really unsettled.
That's fair. No, I tell you, like, this is what I tell Nick every time we have this conversation is like some people are just not sensitive to it in that way. Like, it's just going to sound weird to other people. But like for me, I've always been sensitive to like that kind of thing. Like, I'll get that feeling when I'm not even trying to watch a video. Like, I could just be talking to someone or watching a video or something that's not even meant for that. And I'll get that feeling.
Like,
It's
that
weird.
stimulation.
Yeah, it's like a weird stimulation thing, and not everyone has it.
Okay, so
Alright,
yeah, that
to fix-
definitely makes more
To
sense.
fix you being uncomfortable to it, right? Here's what you got to do. You gotta stand up,
Jerk off.
take off your pants,
Oh, wow.
and jerk off.
Yeah, that's where I was going. I don't know, man. It's just like, fun fact, a buddy of mine, when this was like 4 or 5 years ago, he was helping me build my current PC a long time ago. And he spent the night at my house. And I shit you not, I vividly remember he was sleeping on my floor. And right before we went to bed, he's like, "Hey, buddy," he's like, "Can I borrow some earbuds?" I was like, "Yeah, why do you need earbuds for though?" He's like, "Oh, I want to listen to something while I sleep." I'm like, "Okay," so I give him my earbuds, and then I look down at its phone, and it's girlfriend talking to you softly ASMR, and I'm like, "What the fuck, bro?" There's
Nick
no
told me this
way.
story last night.
It's so bad, bro.
Yeah,
I was like,
I told him like that's not that's just the weird side of ASMR.
There's a lot of fucking weird. I don't even want to call them subcategories because I don't know what you'd label them as. But this,
Subgenres.
the only ASMR that I like is that one where the woman has like the kid in the room and she's like doing the ASMR and she like puts a blindfold on and the little kid just goes up to the mic and starts screaming at the top of his lungs. Right in
I've
front
seen
of her.
that. I've seen that clip.
It's so funny. That I can get behind that.
No, but there's this one little niche super group, right? It's this boyfriend gets hit in a car accident ASMR.
I'm
And
sorry.
holy shit. And just like that shit where something horrible happens.
Is it like
That
really?
shit's so funny.
Is it really well acted too?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. I'll
Never watched
listen to enough of it to fucking figure it out. But
You got to get enthralled in the story, dude.
We need you to take one for the team, do the research.
I'll do it. Sounds funny. I'm not doing the fucking girlfriend one though. Hell no. Nick can do that part.
No, no, I'm good.
What do you I mean, like, you gotta be a new type of lonely to listen to that, man. Like,
Yeah.
even I'm
Yeah.
pretty lonely, but I don't think I could subject myself to that.
Yeah. No, me neither.
But I mean, listen, man. I have something I want to go on about real quick.
What's that?
You guys know what lollipops are, obviously. Candy canes.
Yeah.
We're all familiar with
Yeah.
the snack. I think they're a sham. I think that lollipops and candy canes should not exist. And here's why. Okay. Because when you have like Jawbreakers on a steak, I think this is the stupidest shit, bro. Like, they're so fucking big. There's no way you can finish that in one sitting. Like, an actual popsicle, you can finish that in one sitting, okay? But a lollipop cannot be finished in one sitting, okay? If you want to take a break halfway through, what are you going to do? Set it on the table? No, because it's going to get the grime and shit on it.
That depends on the type. Like, if you're talking about an actual Jawbreaker, like, yeah, no, you're just gonna shatter your teeth if you try
those
to.
are so ass.
Exactly. So what are you
They
supposed to do?
suck.
Just sit there and suck on it for 20 years?
Dude, I hate Jawbreakers. Like
Like,
I
what
don't
is the
know
point?
anyone who actually likes them.
But okay, and like candy canes too. Like, I just genuinely don't like candy canes because one, you just try and suck on it, and it's just like you. I know nobody enjoys that shit.
Dude, I have a Joseph probably already knows this from the years of knowing me, but I have a confession to make.
Pretzels.
No, not pretzels. This is not really necessarily related to that. But so when I have like a hard candy or something, like a candy cane or whatever, or like I don't know, just like some basic hard candy, I get impatient with like actually sucking on it and like doing it slowly. So I'll just fucking eat it. I'll just start chewing it, dude. Yeah, and people like look at me like a psychopath for that.
That's for real the only way to eat hard candy.
Yeah, and it's
Fuck
like it
Jolly
always gets
Ranchers.
stuck in your
Specifically
teeth.
Jolly Ranchers. I hate you for doing that.
Okay, so here's the thing. I like Jolly Ranchers, specifically because they're so small, you can usually finish them within a reasonable amount of time, you know? Not like a big-ass Jawbreaker that you have to, like, suck on for, like, 30 eons till it finally, like, comes itself or some shit.
Are
But, like,
Jawbreakers even meant to be finished? Like actually thinking about it right now.
it's a marketing scheme, bro.
You know, they have a gram of uranium at the center.
You know those big-ass ones they sell where they're, like, this fucking big?
Yeah.
Audio
Those ones
listeners,
have
you can't see, but
plutonium.
I'm making a big circle with my hands.
Plutonium.
And yeah, the fucking like neutron star looking thing. And how are you supposed to finish that? You don't.
What I picture people doing with those when they buy them, like the big fucking basketball size ones, is they just like put them on their shelf or something. Like they're just a
Yeah,
prop.
you don't eat them. Like, there's no point. It's just a waste of sugar.
That's like those giant fucking gummy bears. Have you guys seen those?
Oh yeah, I want one of those big ass gummy worms. I'm just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so he can practice.
Yeah, for Nick.
Nick is that big, by the way, guys. Just for anyone listening,
For reference,
doesn't have a
if you want to know.
video confirmation.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid though, and I was like a sugar fiend, I used to see like the pictures of like the big ass gummy bears and shit, and I'm like, oh yeah, that looks so good. Now here I'm just like, dude, I would die if I fucking took a bite of that shit.
That's an instant cavity, bro. What are these TikToks?
Those are the ones I'm talking
Boyfriend
about.
takes you on date to Five Guys, burgers, and fries, but get beat with a metal bat by some random guy ASMR. What the fuck?
Caden, like describe the feeling when you listen to ASMR. Is it like physically repulsive to you? Like do you just hurt mentally?
So you know the feeling like when you're talking to somebody and they say something so like outlandishly like awkward that you kind of just sit there and you're kind of like you cringe because you just know how awkward it is.
You
It
get like
feels
fucking
like that.
psychic damage from it.
Yeah,
or some shit.
you like secondhand cringe is what it feels like, you know?
Yeah.
Like when I listen to it, my body gets like goosebumps in a bad way. Like
Starts
I
having
just
convulsions.
yeah, like I just feel like so physically uncomfortable, which is a pretty hard feat because like I'm a pretty laid back person, you know, like awkward scenarios don't really bother me,
Yeah.
but ASMR like that makes me just physically uncomfortable. Like I don't want to listen to it. It hurts me, hurts my brain.
That's fair.
You know what that does to me?
What?
The one thing that I can't stop, but I hate it, but I love it at the same time, is fucking prank calls and shit like that. It's just like,
Dude, yeah.
feel like secondhand embarrassment and awkwardness from
Oh
the
yeah,
person on the other end.
that's pretty much what it feels like.
That does take a certain type of like video in that I don't want to say genre, but like that a video like that, it takes a certain type of video to actually give me that like secondhand embarrassment. I don't usually get that from like prank call stuff.
It's usually like something in that area is like public freakouts. It's more funny to watch, so you don't really get that secondhand
Yeah.
embarrassment, but you feel just like you can only imagine the reputation losses people feel when just like going ballistic because their Starbucks Frappuccino Mocha whatever has like a pump too much of caramel cum in it, you know?
Caramel cum. Yeah, no. Okay, I just remembered what kind of video like gives me that feeling. So, not public freakouts necessarily, but have you seen the videos where like some dude will walk up and be like, I'm gonna do so and so to this guy and try to like hide it or whatever. Like they'll walk up
Mhm.
and like tap on their shoulder and then they'll just turn around and pretend like they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then like they do it enough times or
Yeah.
eventually they get caught. Certain videos like that kind of give me that like
Like
secondhand
bad
embarrassment.
prank channels.
Sorta, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot like this one guy I seen. I watched a video that Charlie made about it.
What was it?
It was this one guy. I don't remember his name. I have to look it up. But he hired a bodyguard, so he went around like pushing people around, trying to piss people off.
Oh, yeah, I
so
think I saw that.
Oh
they tried
my-
to square up with them until the bodyguard stepped in.
That reminds me of the thing you brought up about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Was it Jake Paul?
Yeah,
Oh,
Jake
dude,
Paul.
Mike Tyson's gonna eat him up.
No, I don't know if it's true. I watched a YouTube video on it, but Jake Paul and Mike Tyson had a sparring match, and Mike Tyson or Jake Paul, he got beat the hell up.
Well, on the topic of like bad channels, do you guys have like a really hated YouTuber that like you just anytime you see his face, you just like I fucking hate this guy.
Yes, actually I do. I have a couple, but the one that I can think of right now is he's a cooking channel and he does like a lot of like meat smoking stuff.
Men with the pot.
No, not Men with the Pot. Men with the Pot makes cool stuff. I hate them for their stupid fucking food waste. Like they constantly when they're making shit, they just like to do these stupid knife tricks and crap. They'll just like throw an onion into the air and then try to cut it, and they'll cut it, but like half the fucking onion will just fall onto the ground. It pisses me off so much. But that's neither here or there. The one I'm talking about, I think his name's Chef Kuso or something like that.
Oh, he has a super like kind of annoying voice, right?
Yes, yeah. His voice is so fucking annoying, and he says like kind of the same shit verbatim every single video that he makes. He basically just makes shorts content. And if I'm ever on YouTube Shorts, I usually get one of his videos. I don't know. Something about him just pisses me off, and I usually try to ignore it.
He's kind of high pitched voice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about now.
He just has like, I don't know how to describe, like a really fake sounding voice almost. Do you have anything like that, Caden?
I haven't thought about it too hard, but one YouTuber like I just really don't like. One guy I just really don't like, and if I see him in any videos, I'll just immediately click off. It's like Jack Manifold. If you guys know who that
Jack
is.
Manifold.
That sounds very.
That's ringing
familiar.
a bell. Who is that?
Do you guys know Jay Schlatt?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
is he
I
that one
love
guy who?
Jason.
Oh yeah, I hate him. I don't like him.
He's the British guy with like the short hair. He's really fucking annoying. But he hangs out with like the people that Jay Schlatt plays with and stuff. Because I watch a lot of Schlatt's videos because he's just a funny alcoholic, you know. And but if Jack Manifold comes in any of them, like if he does like challenge videos or you know whatever, where it's like he invites other YouTubers, if I see this man, I'll click off. I don't even care. Even if the video
Just
looks good, I won't
repulsive.
watch it because I just genuinely cannot stand to feel this guy's personality. Like him talking gives me secondhand embarrassment.
These are like from current Schlatt videos. What the? Because like last time I checked Schlatt's channel, he just makes like really basic React content.
Yeah, that's been it lately, but it's like it's not always with Schlatt, but it's like anytime I see him with any other YouTubers that he kind of associates with as well, I'll kind of stop watching it
Like
because
that
of that.
one guy, the other British guy he used to talk to. What's his name? Wilbur Sue or
Wilbur Sue?
something. I don't know.
Tommy in it.
Yeah. Wait, Joseph, you try to bring up something like there some controversy or something with Wilbur, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there was. I just watched a documentary on it actually. So apparently one of his old ex-girlfriends is also a streamer, and she came out recently due to stream talking about one of her abusive ex-boyfriends. She didn't explicitly say that it was Wilbur Soot, but from the stories that she was saying in the context, people like pretty much narrowed it down to it being Wilbur.
Okay.
And basically, like, she was saying, like, during their whole relationship that he would bite her pretty aggressively. And she said at first it started out like she thought it was playful and he would apologize for it, like, if he hurt her. And then it just kept getting worse and worse to the point where,
Is this
like,
was this like during sex or just like he'd walk up and just take a chomp out of her fucking
yeah,
neck?
just on a regular basis.
What?
It was to the point where, like, he would chomp down so hard that she had a safe word. And basically, whenever she said the safe word, he would stop. And I guess as time went on, he kind of made sure that she would have to say that safe word. And then it even got to a point like when she would say it, he would chomp down harder and then let go. And it was just causing her a lot of mental anguish. It was giving her a lot of anxiety. And it was just really fucking with her, you know?
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, because
Okay.
he'd be like, he would just be biting her all the time. I don't think that was the only thing, but that was like one of the main things that she brought up. And basically, like, whenever they would have conversations about stuff, like anything that he was doing, projects he was working on, he would only want to talk about his stuff, like his music. And then when she'd bring up her stuff, he'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever. But like, I'm being really successful in this. Like, let's talk about me, you know? So he's very like self-involved in himself, is what I remember. And so she posted that. And then everybody was kind of like going against Wilbur. All of his fans like turned on him because they realized it was him. And so Wilbur put out this
Jeez.
like whole apology tweet saying like, yeah, I realize that my actions had consequences. I'm working on myself.
Yeah, blah blah blah.
And
Yeah,
it basically
usual.
nailed down to everybody getting more pissed off at him because they're like, oh, well, you're just talking about yourself. Like, you didn't even acknowledge her stuff. Like, yeah, you're trying to be a better person, but that doesn't fix what you did, you know? And then I guess because she came out, another one of his ex-girlfriends came out about him being abusive in their relationship as well. I don't
Did
know
he
what
also
did.
bite her?
I have no idea.
This is
I don't
like,
remember. But I know that another girl came out about it, and basically, like, a lot of his fan base just dropped. Like, he lost thousands of YouTubers. He lost the Soot House, I'm pretty sure. And
oh wait, dude, fucking Set House hasn't made shit in years.
yeah, some happy with them, but yeah, it's just a lot of controversy around it, and just a lot of his fan base just like dropped him altogether because they were like, dang, this guy's kind of a piece of shit.
Well, Seth, now that you're listening to this, there goes any chance of us getting new Set House videos ever.
Like, I love Wilbur. I used to look up to the guy, and I still like his content. I mean, I don't support abuse or anything in that area, but it's just kind of sad that that did happen.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely did like the guy too.
That's such like a random thing to do. Like, too. I don't know. I've never heard about something like that, like biting. Like, what?
It's just one of those things like where I think he was saying like, oh, he did as a kid, and that was being backed up by his mom. It was just a weird thing they did, but it just kind of, I think he, as it grew over time, became his way of like manipulating her and like making her do what he wanted, I guess, in a way, or causing her mental anguish. People need therapy, man. Like, some people talk about crazy
Yeah.
bitches. There's dudes that just be fucking crazy too that need mad therapy, not a girlfriend.
I'll stand by this. Like, everyone needs fucking therapy in some shape or form. Like, it's not just for people who have like major mental illness. It's like, no.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think therapy is very important. I've gone once in my life, during a really low point in my life. But I mean, I think it helps. It definitely helped me. Like, the whole thing went basically like of me answering my own questions, but at the end of the day, it was still a huge help.
Yeah, my girlfriend goes to therapy like
Mhm.
pretty regularly, like every 2 weeks or so.
Nick, have you ever gone to therapy or ever considered therapy?
No.
I have considered it, and
You've never gone?
no, I've never been.
Mm.
But I probably will go in the future since my
Yeah.
insurance does cover it. So
Imagine having insurance, fucking loser.
I actually don't right now. I have to reapply. Fucking ran out.
Yo, same, but I haven't had insurance for like 4 years.
Yeah, the sucks about my insurance is it doesn't cover fucking eyeglasses, and I haven't. This pair of glasses that I've been wearing for almost
need
4
glasses?
years. Huh?
You need glasses?
I would like to get new ones. Like, there's nothing wrong with these frames necessarily. I mean, the lenses are.
No, I mean like your eyes need glasses.
Oh yeah, dude. Fuck,
Really?
I am
Does Seth?
so blind. Holy shit. Yeah. You see me wear glasses all the time.
Oh yeah, you do. I don't know why I just kind of blocked. But Seth doesn't need glasses, right?
No, Seth has actually pretty good eyesight. No, my eyesight is shit though. Yeah, like when I take these off, dude, I can't see more than like 5 feet in front of me. Like everything's just
Oof.
blurred after that.
I thank God that I don't need glasses.
I did something really stupid too, because I got my first pair of glasses in like 8th grade, and then I just refused to.
Didn't wear them.
Yeah, I didn't wear them like enough or all the time like I was supposed to for like 2 years through high school. And then when I got to junior year, I was like, this is dumb. I need to like wear these all the time. So
I was telling you, but no.
yeah, I didn't want to
And
listen.
someone else who doesn't like to wear their glasses.
Yeah, you're still doing
I'm not gonna
it.
drop any names. Seth. I'm kidding.
Brianna, we're calling you out right now.
Yeah.
Brianna
Fuck
has
you,
like
Brianna.
3 pairs of fucking glasses too, and she doesn't wear any of them.
That's wild, man. I can't imagine.
How good's your eyesight?
I'm pretty sure I have perfect eyesight. Like I can see everything really well. The only eye problem that I have is I have just extremely bad astigmatism.
What's that?
It's like when you drive at night and you see lights, it makes that big halo and starry haze around the lights.
I think Seth has that.
I have that, but it's really bad. Like, if somebody has just their low beams on the other side of the road, I can't see the road at all. Like, I have to stare at the white line sometimes when I'm driving, like if they have LED low beams, because I physically cannot see the road. It's pretty
Fuck
bad.
LEDs.
But I've
Yeah, seriously, fuck anyone who like has those shits on during the fucking night on the freeway. Like, kill
like
yourself.
fucking brights
you.
for the low beams, and it pisses me off because I'll see them turn their brights off, and it's like, oh my god, you didn't do anything. And I hate them so much. It pisses me off.
No,
I
dude,
can't see.
the worst ones are like when I'm driving home at night and then like they'll be on your ass or like just even in the next lane and they have these
Yeah.
fucking bright, like the brightest things you've ever fucking seen. And I know mine doesn't even compare to theirs, but out of spite, whenever they pass me, I fucking turn my brights on for as long as I can. Yeah. Until they like get far enough away. I'm like, dude, fuck you.
And like,
No, in my truck it has no tint in it whatsoever. So when I'm driving home,
Yeah.
when I'm driving my coworker home at night, I fucking duck below the mirrors so I can get out of the line of sight,
Damn.
so I don't get fucking blinded.
Something that annoys me is Jeeps. Like they don't have. It's like they don't have dims. Every single time I see a Jeep driving at night, their lights are just like bright.
Yeah, especially the new ones.
I fully do not believe that they have a dim setting. It's just one bright light because they're meant to be off-road vehicles.
Another thing I see with like newer cars too is they just have their tint is so fucking dark, and I don't know how they get away with that. I don't know how.
I feel attacked.
Is your tint really that dark?
Yeah, if you, Nick can attest this. If you look into my back seats, you can't see anything. It's a
Yeah.
mirror.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot see my back seats through my back windows or my like rear window. You can't see anything through them from the outside.
Joseph knows what that's like, except try being on the inside and you can't see outside.
The inside actually you can see really well. Like it has really good visibility, but from the outside, you can't see shit.
So at least over here, the legal limit for tint is you have to let in at least 30% of the light. My windows are 5%.
Dude, isn't your back like all fogged out too? It's like opaque.
Oh no, it's not fogged. It's like scratched to hell for some
yeah. When did that
godforsaken
happen?
reason. Oh, before I got the car.
Do you even drive that car anymore?
Sometimes, yeah.
Nick, in my notes here, I have something that just says silicone baby.
Is that a topic?
I think so, and I can't remember what it was.
Like reborn babies.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about.
Remember how when we did that little deep dive on Etsy and we found all the silicone stuff and like those hyper realistic babies?
No, I don't want to revisit that shit. That was fucking horrifying, dude.
Hold on, so Etsy just sells realistic silicone babies? How much?
Mm-hmm.
They sell like realistic silicone ass cheeks too. If you're
Oh,
interested
yeah?
in that,
Yeah,
that
yep.
market there.
Etsy.com/the real Jeebus. I'm kidding.
Yeah, Joseph has this stuff he provides.
He resells them.
Model after his cheeks, just so you know, yours truly.
Top sellers.
Yeah, Nick, how did we even end up down that rabbit hole? I don't remember.
I think you guys were just looking at porn and dildos.
Yeah, we were just looking at sex toys
Holy
for us,
shit.
but you know.
Yeah, when I look up silicone, one of the first like frequently searched thing is silicone baby doll.
What?
Oh my god, they are realistic. Why are the nipples so sharp?
What?
The nipples are so pointy on these things.
On a baby?
Yeah. Look.
Excuse me? All right, this is getting uncomfortable. I don't want to talk about this.
Look. The nipples are so sharp.
Nobody but us can see that.
Audio listeners, I'm sorry, but there's realistic babies with very pointy nipples on Etsy.
I think we found the thumbnail.
No.
No.
Please use this
Bleach
image.
my eyes after making the thumbnail. Yeah, that shit was horrifying though. Etsy has a lot of weird shit. Not as weird as like Wish or Temu or whatever.
That's from fucking Omega Mart.
We should stop talking about
It's like
pictures.
an art gallery that has like a whole fucking. It's supposed to be like a grocery store where the lemons and oranges have eyes and things move and just,
Bro, I was just you talked about this on an old episode and I was just listening to that the other day. It's weird.
Do you guys like usually go back and listen to old episodes?
I do every now and then, just, you know.
Do you have a favorite?
I
past
do a
episode?
select few.
Oh yeah, I have a couple favorites.
What are your favorites?
Well, it's more like clips that I have of like favorite.
Okay.
Like episode 45 is a pretty good episode overall. The last episode you were on was pretty fun.
What was that the weed one?
Yeah, that was the weed one.
Oh god.
The one that is still age restricted on YouTube.
Is
by
it?
the way.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so now I know in the future, don't put weed imagery,
I told you.
Who would have guessed? Don't put it on YouTube.
who could have thunk?
Yeah.
I told my dad about the podcast. I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be on a
Oh, no.
podcast tonight." He's like, "Really? What do you guys talk about?" I was like, "Stuff." He's like, "You should send me a link so I can listen to the episode."
No.
Episode. And I was like, "Trust me, you don't want to listen to it.
It's really bad.
You don't." I was like, "It's teenage boys talking about teenage things." He's like, "Okay."
Oh, what you could do if he does find it, you could say, "Hey, just listen to episode 1," and he'll be so repulsed that he'll just never want to touch it again.
I need to listen to episode 1.
No, you don't. It's horrible.
Episode 1 was fire, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's best episode by far.
Oh, yeah.
So
It's on par with the official podcast.
indeed.
Ian told me a while back that he re-listened to like all the episodes from like start or most of them. So
That was I did that in 2020.
so I've been doing that recently for like the past month. I've just been listening to from episode 1 and going up.
Old official podcast is so good. It holds a special place in my heart. I love it.
I'm on episode 40 right now, so I've gone through 40 hours of it.
Nice. I don't listen to the current podcast anymore though.
I do when they upload the new stuff. It's not as good. Like I like their old content. It's a lot more funny.
That's what I was trying to emulate with this show, but I don't know how well we've achieved that.
Oh shit! I just realized fucking Spotify. Shout out to them. They have fucking transcripts of some of the episodes.
Do they?
They do, yeah.
Like
It's
auto-generated?
horrible.
Episode 1 has a transcript. We can read it.
I don't know what episode it was, but I clicked on one of ours and I out of curiosity I tried the transcript and it fucked it up so bad it was really funny.
I want to do an AI generated episode and be like, "Yo, ChatGPT."
We've actually talked about that before. Like Seth had an idea that he was going to try to do something like that. It'd be so hard.
It'd be so funny, like have ChatGPT like script the entire episode, and then we just have to follow the script.
we did something like that for an intro once. Me and Joseph and Seth last year. I don't know how much of it was actually AI generated and how much Seth actually just wrote himself though. So
Seth writing fanfics.
pretty much, yeah.
We should make fanfics of this podcast.
Dude, I would be so flattered if fans actually made fan fiction of us. I would love the fuck out of that. Like, actually.
We're gonna get onto it.
Anybody have any hypotheticals?
I don't have a hypothetical, but I did have that question.
Oh yeah, you never actually said what it was.
If anyone out there wants to say this is out of date, I don't really care. This is just something I thought of. What do you guys think of Neuralink?
Like SAO.
Yeah, sure. No, do you know what Neuralink is, Caden?
I guess not in the current terms. I haven't heard much about it in a while.
So, Twitter meme lord god Elon Musk, one of his
You mean
many.
X?
Yeah, X. Sorry. Yeah, one of his many companies. I guess it's a company. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
One of his projects that he started up a couple of years ago was called Neuralink, or is called Neuralink. And basically, what it is, it's the idea is you put like a chip into your brain,
They're testing
and
on
it should be
monkeys,
able to
right?
like. What's that?
They're testing it on monkeys.
Yeah, but they put it in a human like about 3 months ago.
Oh, really? What was the outcome?
I don't know. They just said they're recovering well. That's all he said.
I watched a video about it. The person was revealed. It's a
Oh.
guy who had a diving accident, so he was paralyzed from the neck down. And so Elon Musk, he had the Neuralink chip put in him. He's been technically learning how to use it for the past 3 months. But according to him, it's like slightly different from using a mouse on a computer.
Really?
Yeah, during the interview, he was playing chess.com.
With his mind.
Yeah, with his mind. He was playing chess, like moving the mouse cursor and everything. Like, he was doing all that while talking to the reporter, so he was double tasking it.
Wait, so what was the original question again?
Well, my question is what you guys think of that, and that is the original purpose, or supposedly is it's supposed to help people with like really bad disabilities, which I think that's great. That's awesome. But my problem is that I know it will not stop there, and that corporations and shit will get their fucking hands on this shit, and they will turn it into like, some fucking like Bluetooth shit into your brain, and I don't know. I'm just concerned.
As long as SAO becomes possible, I'm all down.
Yeah, but do you want the bad consequences of SAO, like getting your brain fried?
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I for sure remember you said this. Didn't you say you were afraid of SAO? You didn't, or no, that was Seth. He didn't want to get like his brain microwaved. Apparently, he said that would happen if the technology was real.
I feel like if I was coming towards the end of my life, right? Like if I had cancer or something, or if I was like in my 70s, and I was like, man, I might die soon. I think I would willingly go into the SAO universe if I could just start young again. But they're like, if you die in the game, you die in real life, Be like, I'm chill with that.
Hell yeah, that sounds like an amazing way to go
Exactly.
on your deathbed. Like,
yeah,
plug me into the Matrix.
Yeah, dude, plug me in.
But I think being able to enter and leave at will is a must-have.
Okay, but here's the thing with that.
Yeah.
I feel like some people, once they go in, like if it was real and it kind of like was, hypothetically, if it was the SAO universe kind of style, like you could have your own life there and you could actually interact with people, that there's a huge portion of people that wouldn't leave, obviously,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And then it comes to the point where those people eventually will die because they're malnourished and they just refuse to leave. There's people like who play like VR chat and stuff. I've played a good amount of VR chat in my time. And I've met a lot of people who live in that game. They sleep in that game. They will eat in that game. They spend hours. Like I've talked to guys who's like, yeah, I've been out here for the last 16 hours. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like they'll spend all
16
day.
hours?
Yes, they'll sleep. They'll wake up
That's
and they'll stay in the game. And I'm assuming they only
hate
take
that.
off their headset really to like, cook food or when they have to go to their job eventually. But people will stay in
fucking
that
horrible.
game for like prolonged periods of time.
They couldn't do
It's
that.
interesting because they're like, this is my life,
Dude, I'd fucking kill myself if I had to do that.
That is their
sucks.
just perception of like being social and the friends that they have, They don't really have a whole lot of IRL connections. So portraying themselves to this online figure is the only way they know how to do that.
I know, but like 16 hours a day?
It's pretty crazy. It's excessive. But people can do that comfortably,
If you can do it comfortably, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, it's pretty prominent. I mean, maybe 16 hours is exaggerative, but I've met people who like will be in there all day, like 8 hours plus, And I think
Yeah.
even like that long is pretty excessive. Like for me, I think the longest I've spent playing VR was like 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours at the most. That had to be like the longest I ever played. And that was like because I pulled an all-nighter.
There's been a couple like times where I've spent all day playing a video game. And by
Yeah.
like all day, I mean like 5 hours or maybe a little bit more than that, which isn't
Yeah.
that long compared to what you're talking about, but still, like, that's probably the longest I'll
And I feel like
play a game. Otherwise,
we've all done that, like when we were younger, you know.
Oh yeah,
I used to like all night Ark sometimes.
dude. I will say firsthand that game is fucking addicting, even though it's really shit.
I've actually
The
never
game is
played.
shit, but it's fucking addicting. Once you get into it, you're like, oh my god, like stop.
Speaking of, I fucking love Fortnite.
For a while, a little bit ago, I was on a big Terraria hook. I put like 200 hours into it.
I feel like that's valid though.
I've been doing that with a ton of different games lately. Like I've been going on different tears with like Nick and I had that Terraria phase for I don't know, a few months ago, and then I hopped on for some reason. I got back into Fallout 4, and I'm not kidding. I put like 94 hours on Steam into Fallout 4 within like a couple weeks.
Okay. Well, I have a question for you, Ian. Out of all those games that you've been putting a lot of time into, what's in the past like year? What's been your favorite game to play?
Good question, honestly. I don't know. I mean, because like a lot of them are games that I've already played in the past.
Please don't say Skyrim.
No, I don't even. Dude, I've never even played that much of Skyrim.
I've
Played,
actually
like 5 minutes of it.
never got past the like first 20 minutes of Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Skyrim is
Me
such
either.
an amazing game.
I
man.
made my character and then said, "Oh, you're finally awake." Then I closed it.
Yeah.
Game that I'm playing right now that I never gave a shot before is Cyberpunk, and I'm really
Oh.
enjoying it so far. Yeah.
See, Cyberpunk's really fun, and it's a really cool concept. I love the game design. I love the world.
It is.
But
Yeah.
it just, for me, like those kind of games where you just have so much customization over your character, it kind of overloads me. And then, like, I'll play
Cyberpunk
it.
actually doesn't.
Really?
No, because you play as see, I went into it thinking it was more RPG-esque, where it was like, oh, you just like your character's a blank slate, you just make like a fresh new character and all this and that. And while I was doing the customization, at first I was like, oh, this is so detailed. But then I started going with it and I realized it's actually not that in depth, because you have to play as this already kind of pre-established character. You can make different decisions.
There's like 4 of them.
Yeah.
Four character like presets for your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you play as V, and you can either be male or female, but like basically they follow kind of the same character archetype, but you can make different decisions in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Which at first I was like, oh, that kind of sucks, but going through it, it's actually pretty cool because I do like the character you play as.
Yeah. See, like, I've played a decent amount, but I always got to the same point where I was like, I would play it for a day or two, and then I would kind of get bored, or I would start playing another game, and then forget to keep playing. So when I came back to it, I would be like really lost in where I was or what I was doing, and then I'd be like, man, I should just restart the game. And I've done it like 3 times, and I can just never get past that.
Specifically in Cyberpunk or what?
For a lot of games like that, like story games, I'll start them, I'll play them for a couple days or like a week, and then kind of get bored of the game, so I'll start playing something else, and then I won't come back to it for like a month, and I'm just totally lost on where I'm at.
That's what I did with Soma. I
Yeah,
kind of just stopped playing Soma.
I haven't played Soma in a bit, so I'm a little bit lost on where I'm at right now.
Oh man, I need to get back into Baldur's Gate.
Yes, Joseph, me too. Dude, I got to Act 3 in Baldur's Gate. Me and Jay did, actually. And then we got burnt out and stopped because like we played it for like a fucking month and a half. It was during like that 3-week period where my fucking Wi-Fi was out. So I couldn't play like anything besides Baldur's Gate, which was fine with me because, you know, that's all I was playing at the time. But to answer your question from earlier, I'd probably say Baldur's Gate.
Really?
Yeah, for 2023, because that was a new game that I played and I really, really enjoyed it.
I could not get into Baldur's Gate.
Nick, you played like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's because you don't like turn-based.
Yeah, it's the turn-based game style. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's kind of the reason I never bought it, because I don't like top-down gameplay. I'm okay with turn-based, mostly if it's multiplayer, but
You can get like mod to free cam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate. I have like 4.3 hours in it, Joseph.
I know. I was there. I made Pilbo,
Pilbo.
and then what fuck. You also had a dwarf or something stupid.
It was my Tyler too.
Yeah. Yep.
When I first got Baldur's Gate, I didn't think I would like it either because of the combat, but I got really invested in the story, and I already liked D&D, so it was like right up my alley.
I tried playing D&D for the first time when I went to Washington, and sadly, I did not like it.
Really?
It could have been because I had a bad startup, because when we did a one shot when I was up there,
Yeah.
but I thought it was gonna be me, my buddy Noah, my buddy Ethan, and my buddy Snyder. I know them. I know them really well. I thought it was going to be like that, the four of us. But when I got there and we were going to start the game, they invited these two other dudes who I've never met before in my life, who have been playing it for a long time. So they know exactly what they're doing, you know? And what basically happened was the whole campaign was they took it over. So me and my buddy Noah, who used to play a lot back in the day, but he hadn't played in like a year or so. Me and him were kind of sitting like they at a table, like, I don't know what's going on. And they would kind of just randomly be like, do you guys agree with this? And I'm like, I guess so. And they'd keep on going. And I was just so completely lost that I just lost
They didn't even
interest.
bother to walk you through anything?
No.
First of all, having 6 people in a group, that's insane. That's a lot.
It was supposed to be a one shot. And I was just like, I left halfway through the game because a friend of mine, she was going to go get a tattoo that I made. So I was like, I want to go watch her get this tattoo. But that's a whole nother story. But it could have just been because it was a bad situation.
Yeah, give it another shot, because that does sound shitty. Like if you just got thrown into it and like not taught
I just
anything.
really despise making characters. It's so long and so tedious, and I don't enjoy it. I suck at making backstories too. Like when you have to make a backstory for your character and like decide what he looks like, I was just totally lost. I was like, I don't know. I have no idea. My imagination's not that good.
When it comes to D&D, I like basic just like tabletop D&D, not Baldur's Gate or anything. I do kind of struggle with making characters, not for lack of creativity, but because the technical part of it just kind of bores me after a while, because there's so much little things you have to calculate here and there, and I get kind of just, like I said, bored with it. But as far as like coming up with the character idea and backstory goes, I like doing that.
Me personally, I absolutely love all the technical aspects, and I don't know if I mentioned it here before, but I am part of a D&D fight club. Still going strong. Not really strong, but it's still going. But where it's just player versus player combat, and it's
like no story or anything, right?
No story, no, there's no role play involved at all. It's just, I'm gonna kill you. It's a real fun little twist to D&D.
I think stuff like that works better for me in video games than it does like on tabletop. Like as far as calculating shit goes and all that.
Yeah.
Especially easier when there's like, click here to compare these two items, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like Baldur's Gate does it perfectly. It perfectly translates D&D into like something really enjoyable. Like all the parts of D&D that I don't like that much, I really like them in that game.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if I were to ever retry it in a different scenario where it was more controlled and there wasn't two random dudes who I'd never met taking over it, I might enjoy
Also
it.
less people.
Yeah.
Yes, 6 is a lot, especially for like one session or whatever.
Yeah, for a one shot.
And especially if with new people.
Yeah, I was super lost. I tried making like a gunslinger kind of guy because it was like kind of based olden days, like steampunky era.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I was just really lost. And I felt bad too because I left in like the middle of the campaign because I was just genuinely bored and I didn't know what was going on. And then my buddy Ethan got all mad at me because he's like, "We were trying to do this for you." And I was like, yeah, but I'm really lost and I don't know what's going on. And you guys are kind of just doing your own
maybe
thing.
teach me first.
Yeah, because they were trying to, but there's just like, there's so much stuff that goes into it. Like, pick a weapon. This weapon can do this. You have to pick these traits. These abilities can do this. You have this little companion. You have all these stats. So you can do this and this and this. You can talk to this person. You can't talk to this person. It's just so many little things that you have to keep track of that I'm just not.
If you ever want like a technical rundown, I can definitely do that for you. I can help you out with that whenever.
Yeah, because I don't know, when just like looking at these big spreadsheets or looking at the books where it's just so much writing, it feels like school and it stresses me out. And I'm like, I lose focus.
I feel you.
That's kind of what it feels like. It's just overwhelming.
Yeah. I haven't played D&D in like a fat minute, but a buddy of ours who used to run our like campaigns for us, I reached out to him again to see if he wanted to do one.
Mm-hmm.
And he said it was like, oh, I don't know if I want to run D&D anymore, but I do have this other game, tabletop, that I want to try with you guys, which is, I didn't even know this existed. It's a cyberpunk tabletop, Cyberpunk Red. And but it is intimidating because like it's completely different from D&D for the most part.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like read up on it and kind of understand how everything works. So I get you.
I didn't know that was a whole separate thing. I thought it was just a cyberpunk version of D&D.
No, it's like a whole different game.
Oh, there's tons and tons of different games that use different sets of dice. Like the 6th and 10-sided dice are the only two you use in Cyberpunk. In D&D, you have 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 20.
I kind of like that for that reason. It's a little bit more simplified.
You know a game I think you guys would like? Well, maybe it's kind of like D&D-esque. It's called For the King.
For the King?
For the King. It's a top-down, turn-based kind of like strategy explorer game. And basically you start out with, I think it's 4 players. You choose a subclass or a class to start as. And then you guys get tokens and stuff, and you kind of move through the area, and you fight monsters, and you have to make it to each objective or each town, and like loot caverns and stuff. You get XP from killing stuff, and it's turn-based. It's a pretty fun game. I played that with my 2 buddies that I played D&D with. I think it's like $10 on Xbox. It's probably cheaper. You can probably get it on Steam too.
Oh, sweet.
But it's a fun game. I think if you guys ever get it, I would love to play with you.
Oh, hell yeah, I'll try that. I didn't have this, or we didn't have this thing since you were on last. Joseph neither, actually. Last episode, we started like a recurring topic that we'll do at the end of every episode.
Okay.
Basically, it's this is just, I'm going to be honest, it's just straight up ripped off from the official podcast.
Masturbatory stories.
That would be funny, but no. I thought we'd talk about like stuff we like.
Oh, okay.
You know, at the end of every episode, pretty much have a little segment.
I think Nick should go first.
Women.
If you don't have any other topics, if you guys want to do that now.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
So Nick likes women.
Okay.
I got a little something I figured out. Well, I started like getting into, sort of. I saw this couple YouTube videos of it. Automation where you can build your own engine and car.
I seen that.
And holy
I
hell!
want to get that, Joseph, but
It's a game?
Is that a game?
Yeah, the automation part. There is like a career mode, but the sandbox mode is where it's mainly at. And it's also intertwined with BeamNG Drive. So you can make your car in automation and port it over to BeamNG Drive. It's actually really cool. And I made a fucking lawnmower with a mod. It doesn't come normally with the lawnmower, but I found a lawnmower body.
Oh, that's what that video was.
And I put a fucking V12 in it, and it has 5.5 horsepower. 5,500 horsepower. Yeah, 5.5.
That's a normal lawnmower right there.
Horsepower. It fucking flies, man.
Dude, I want to play that.
The
now.
tires
That sounds
pop.
fun.
The front tires pop after it hits about 300 miles an hour, and then the back
Jesus
tires pop
Christ.
about 380, 390. Peaks out about 400.
I feel like Caden would like that
Yeah,
game.
send me the name to that. I want to play that.
Automation. But if you're gonna do it, you almost also have to get BeamNG Drive. It's so unbelievably stupid.
That reminds me of that one game, Kerbal Space Program, right?
Yeah, it's basically the same thing, but for actual cars.
Dude, Nick can finally make his Death Machine go-kart that he was trying to do last year that he kept talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
I've already kind of talked about it a little bit on this episode, but something that I like this week is Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Oh, it's
that
so
anime.
good, bro.
Yes,
it's
dude.
so good.
Yeah.
I've watched it like 3 times. It's so fucking good.
I want to watch it again already.
Dude, let's watch party.
Yeah, fuck yeah. No, I picked it up like right after it came out, because it came out over a year ago now.
Oh my god, yeah.
And I think Bree and I watched like the first episode of it, but like after that, I just didn't get into it at the time. But I don't think it's because I hadn't played Cyberpunk yet, so I like didn't know what the fuck was going on, because they don't really explain a lot to you about the world. They're gonna just toss you in, expecting you to know.
It is the prequel to the game,
Yeah, it takes place at like a year before 2077.
which I really like that they were super true to the source material. That is my favorite part. That it was actually true
yeah,
to the game.
all those songs, all the music in there is in
So good.
2077, and like all of the locations and everything you see in the show, you can find in.
For real?
Yeah, no, dude, it's like super, super fucking accurate. You can find some of the clothing in there too.
Yeah, like the what's her name, Betty, Rebecca. Yeah, you can find her gun in Cyberpunk.
And you can find David's jacket too. And where I want to do that now that I'm actually playing the game.
It's and their car too. It's really cool. I think that was definitely my favorite thing about that anime was that they stayed true to the actual source. Because a lot of these like shows that they base off of games and stuff are not like they don't focus on the actual game and like the actual source material. They
just kind of appropriate
and
it.
make it like their own thing, and it just falls off really hard because you're like, this doesn't make any sense, you know. But with Edge Runners, it was a complete prequel, and everything that you see in the game, you see in the anime. And I was like, this is awesome. Like, it just felt so cool, you know?
Yeah, now that I'm actually playing the game, I really enjoy that. But I picked up because I started playing the game, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna give the show another try. So I started watching it the other night, like I think just like 2 nights ago, and ended up watching the first 4 episodes, and then I had to go to bed because I would have watched more, but I went to bed and then got up the next day, watched more, and then I actually finished it like 4 hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
And man, like I already kind of knew how it was going to end because I had seen shit online about it, but that didn't really stop the impact for me. I was like, damn, bro, it's a sad ending.
The start of that anime is like super hype. Like I have multiple songs from the soundtrack in my playlist too.
Yes,
It's
same.
so
I've been
good.
saving
And
them
the
today.
ending is just like, it starts off like that one meme where the dude's like, and then he just starts crying at the end.
For real.
It's so good though, dude. It's like, I think that show is made so well. Like the character development and just everything was just so well written.
Animation is really
and
good
it
too.
looks really good. It's so smooth.
I've also been saving like the songs and shit today.
Yeah.
I love the intro.
Dun, dun,
I fucking
dun,
love
dun.
that intro.
It's so
dude.
good. One of these songs, I think, was made by a band I really like. A lot of them are made by.
It's Franz Ferdinand.
Yeah.
That's their intro
Yeah,
song.
it's
They use
super
This
good.
Fire.
Like one of the songs, I think one of my favorite songs from the entire playlist was I can't remember the name. It was by a song.
It's
artist called Rat Boy. Who's Ready for Tomorrow is my favorite.
Yeah, that's a good one,
song
yeah.
from that entire one. It's so good.
mine's the one that gets played a lot. The one that gets played with like Lucy
Yeah.
and
I
David.
should have waited for you.
I think it's like
to make a color.
I fucking love that song, dude.
The soundtrack just goes crazy.
Cyberpunk has some bangers, even non-lyrical tracks. Like when I first got onto Cyberpunk 2077, I was making my character. I wasn't paying attention at first because it was just like a crescendo was slowly building up of the main theme for V. Dude, I like started listening in more, and I was like, "Holy fuck, this goes so hard!
It does go crazy.
So fucking good."
I need to get into that. This sounds fucking awesome.
It
but
is.
I finished watching this amazing peak anime, Uncle from Another World on Netflix. It is some of the dumbest shit you've ever seen. It's so unbelievably stupid, but so well written.
What's it called?
Uncle from Another World. Nick, the like isekai genre of the anime where it's like, oh, teleported to another world
Yeah.
cliche. You know that?
But it's basically like almost a parody on that.
It's that but reversed.
Yeah, so he the uncle from Another World, he got hit by a fucking truck and got isekai'd into the other world. But then he woke up from his coma, and he keeps all his fucking magic from the other world. He can fucking set shit on fire and all that whatever bullshit magic, right?
Yeah.
And instead of like helping or doing anything worthwhile, he starts fucking making magic YouTube content.
What?
And the uncle he's a fucking turbo nerd for anything Sega. He's like, oh my god, I had my first love. Sonic and Tails 2. I saw it when I was walking to this video game store, and I saw the title screen, and oh my god, I fell in love.
Dude, he's basically what Caden described as like the people who are on VR chat constantly.
Yes.
Basically those people.
It's basically that, but for Sega.
I can honestly go on a whole like rant story about people in VR chat.
No, we're already at an hour and 15.
Yeah, save it for another episode. But
We're making good time. Good job, guys.
yeah, we are so back, baby.
I was afraid that 50% chance this episode coming back was going to be a total disaster.
Nick, what's something that you like?
Women, already answered.
Oh, women.
No, give us something more deep than that.
Yeah, I thought about it earlier, but then just kind of got lost listening to you guys, and I don't remember what it is. Oh, I remember. Something that I like is the pickup line that I put in the other chat today.
No, that's not.
It is as I read, "Girl, do you like cyberpunk? Because I be cranking my cyberjunk 2,077 times a day."
All right.
It was funny, I'll give you that, but I don't think that can be used as a.
That's one thing I like.
All right, you heard it here, folks. He likes cranking his cyber junk, and he likes women. That's all you need to know about Nicholas. What is the most someone could jerk off, though? Like,
I guess that just depends fully on the
The
person.
theoretical limit?
Our Joe Man did 9. Let's look it up real quick.
9.
Just to be taking Blue Chew just to jerk off.
Other
No,
Joseph,
not
by the
me,
way.
Not me.
Yeah.
Yeah, other
no,
Joseph.
Forgot there's 2 of them.
Dude, he must have been shooting fucking dust.
That's what I say. He's like,
After a
no, never. I'm like, bro, I know you ain't that filled
What
up.
the fuck? Is he like regenerating his
He's got
fucking
self-healing.
cum? Or like, what the fuck, dude?
So what you gotta do is not jerk it for a week and a half, and then you're good. You're saving it all
Yeah,
up.
stockpiling. I've done that.
He's the perfect edging technique.
You just pre-cum a little bit at a time.
83 times in 24 hours by a Thailand boy.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
Like, full orgasm?
Bro, his fucking dick must have been melted off from the
Dude,
friction. There's
if
no
I do
way.
it, okay, like, if I do it, like, twice in one day, or, like, within this, like, span of a couple hours,
Out of commission.
it
I feel you.
it starts
I
to
feel
get,
you.
like, tender, man. Like,
Yeah. I can't do more than like twice a day. And like that's rare that I
yeah,
wouldn't
I haven't
do
done that in a
but-
long time, but shit, man. Well, I guess what my happy thing is, or what makes me happy, is the gym. I have been going to the gym a lot lately, and something I've really been enjoying doing. Been taking creatine too, trying to get them gains, you know.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
been taking creatine for like the past 2 months, 3 months, around there.
Doesn't creatine like make your muscles really hard or something? It's kind of
makes
what I heard
them-
it does.
Creatine makes it so that you have more water retention in your muscles, and that you can gain more strength. So it just helps with muscle growth and strength overall, like, and your energy and stuff like that, as long as you're drinking water and taking it consistently. So I've been taking that for a while, and I've definitely seen a big like difference, like in my body style, especially like just in my natural physique and stuff like that, from when I started. Like, if you look at a photo of before I started taking it and before I started going to the gym compared to now, it's a pretty sizable difference.
Yeah.
But it's really fun. It's helped me out a lot too. Definitely helped me out of my depressive slump for a bit. And something I look forward to on my days off when I'm not slaving away at my job.
I feel you. Whenever I go to the gym and I don't psych myself out because I think there's too many people there, I'll like go in and then like afterwards I'll immediately feel good after.
Oh
I
yeah,
work
you
out
always
in.
feel way better after. But it's just like you gotta. The one thing I had to get over was just the mindset of like people are watching you or looking at you, because I'd get kind of self-conscious.
Yeah, it's hard.
When I first started going,
It's
so I'm
hard to
like,
get over
man,
that.
I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. So like when I first started going, I wanted to make sure what I was doing was correct. So I would always Google the exercise I was doing to make sure I was doing proper technique. And so I always felt like weird or like a noob or self-conscious, because I was like, people
Oh,
are
dude.
thinking I'm all weird for looking at my phone and watching these tutorials. I'd like hide my phone if you walked by me. And then
Oh, I've been going to my same gym for like over 3 years, and almost about that same length of time. I've been using because I like to keep track of my workouts, and I'm too lazy to write that shit down, or I feel like I'll forget. So I have an app like specifically meant just to log my workouts, and it's pretty helpful because like I'll get a lot of new stuff that I hadn't seen before, and there'll just be videos accompanying it right there.
Oh, nice. Is that Fitbod?
Yeah, it's Fitbod. Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, no, I like Fitbod a lot. Like Fitbod's actually great.
I need to try it. I've thought about it. I kind of just like I've been going with a buddy of mine that I met there. He's this Moroccan dude, and he's fucking jacked.
I saw him. Yeah, he's huge.
And we've been working out together, and he just like, hey, we're doing this and this and this and this today, and then we're done. And I was like, sweet. And usually when I work out by myself, like it's an alright workout, you know. But when I work out with him, he pushes me past like my max load and will help me do a lot of the exercises when I'm like done. And it gives me like the most crazy workout ever. Like I've had one time when we did chest day where my chest was hurting to lift up my arm because I went so hard, but like it just felt so nice afterwards, you know?
Caden's gonna come over on like next couple episodes and be like, yeah guys, so this week I like gear. I've started taking gear.
I'm on steroids actually.
What's the other big steroid that
Tren.
I talked about? Yeah, Tren.
Start
Yeah.
taking Tren, guys. Just one cycle. Yeah, no, I would never. Honestly, I would never take it. I've had the thought.
Oh fuck.
I've
No.
not the thought of like taking it, but just the thought of like, why would you take it? Like, I don't know. I see why people would. Like, if you just want an instant result, yeah, go for it. But I would just rather not fuck up my head with that.
Like, even then, even the instant result thing, you still have to work your ass
Yeah, you still
off.
have to work out a good amount, but you
Yeah.
have to. The results are significantly higher and faster than just natural.
You know what else you deal with fucking steroids is like your fucking
Your
nuts.
balls.
Yeah, your balls shrivel up, dude.
Yeah, it accompanies a lot of really big mental problems too. I've
Yeah.
heard.
Roid rage.
Roid rage.
Yeah, roid rage. But you guys just seen like Sam Solik?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
He's fucking massive, and he takes steroids, but he's a really calm and chill dude. I keep seeing like these chill like edits where he's saying like these really good life advice, and it has like that as he's like talking.
Is he like
Yeah.
the other guy, Noel, whatever his name is?
Uh,
He's also like a big influencer.
Oh,
He also does
that
steroids.
guy is
not
also pretty cool.
But he's really
Yeah,
chill.
he's-
He never like yells or gets all like, you know, big into his face. He's always like super laid back, chill, quiet kind of guy, just like life advice, you know, like Big Brother kind of feel.
Yeah.
So
There's one guy at my gym who he just looks like such an asshole. I don't know if he actually is or not, but he just looks like one of those people.
he just looks like a dick.
Yeah, he does. He's really he's not really short, but he's like fairly short, right? But he's also kind of yoked out. So he looks like a sausage in a way. Cuz he's just really really big but also short.
Yeah.
And he just looks like he would be so prone to roid rage. And I'm always trying to steer clear of that dude like when I'm in the gym cuz he just I don't know. Something about him is just off.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if you're a nice guy, but like you just look like a dick. I'm sorry. I don't know. Have you seen anyone like that at the gym? Who kind of just looks like they might be prone to roid rage? I don't know.
No, honestly, it's a lot of like really toned dudes, but there is rarely, occasionally, this big black woman that comes in, and oh my god, this woman is like, she looks like, what's that one movie with the robots and stuff? And there's the granny, and her ass is just fucking massive that it like sucks the main character under her.
What?
What movie am I thinking? It's like
are you
it's
talking
that one
about?
Robots movie. Isn't
Yeah,
is it
the
not
kids
just called
movie.
like Robots?
I think it's literally just
Oh,
called
yeah,
Robots.
I think it is. Yeah, robots.
And then like they go back to the one dude's house, and he's like, "This is my grandma," and she has like a massive fucking ass. Anyways, this woman is like that, and she's wearing. This woman is huge, like not fat, but she's huge. Huge.
Yeah, her name
woman.
her name is like Aunt Fanny.
Yeah, yeah, and she wears like these like leggings and shit, and it's just like horrifying to look at because you're like, what am I looking at, bro?
That big wheel motherfucker from the Robots movie just rolls into the Planet Fitness.
I've been wanting to go to a different gym, like the 24-hour or the other one that's over there. But
The one I go to?
yeah, but it's just so much more expensive. I like Planet Fitness just because it's so cheap.
Yeah, that is the downside. I pay like $25 a month for mine.
I'm paying
which-
$10 a month, so
Not as bad as the other gym that is further away. The one by Walmart. Do you know what I'm talking about? That one sucks.
I've heard.
It's so expensive, according to my coworkers, because they go
Yeah,
there.
I have a buddy of mine who I know that works at the Dutch Bros, who he used to go to Planet Fitness, then he switched to I think the one you're going to now, and he's like, dude, it's so much more better. They have like new machines every like couple months. They're adding a lot more shit, but
They just expanded.
But yeah, that's what he was telling me. But it's a lot more expensive. I don't know if I like want to pay for that because I pay for a couple subscriptions per month, and I'm like, eh.
I feel you.
But maybe eventually. I think over time I will switch. But I'm just so used to going to this gym for right now. I'm all right with it.
Nick, I know you really don't like us talking over here, so you have anything you want to say?
No, I'm done.
You're done?
It's like I clocked out. I'm like 40 minutes.
So you guys have been talking about Cyberpunk and like the gym for like the past 40 minutes. So
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Caden and I just have such good chemistry.
Yeah, we're like peanut butter and honey.
They finish each other's sandwiches.
they finish each other.
I like to finish Ian.
One could
I
say.
like to make Ian finish.
His sandwich.
His breakfast. Anyways,
All right, should we wrap
yeah,
it
I
up?
think it's a
Yeah.
good place to wrap.
Okay, I'll do the outro. All right, thanks everybody for listening. This was episode 63 of Banned from Broadcast. If you want to hear more from us, you can check us out on YouTube if you're not already listening there. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Castbox, Amazon
didn't
Music.
Google Podcast didn't that get killed? Like
Yeah,
last week?
it went away. That's why I'm not plugging it anymore.
Fuck you, Google
Yeah,
Podcast.
fuck Google.
Eat shit.
Yeah, fuck you. I think that's it. I might be missing. Oh, Pandora. That was the other one that we're on.
Open up Pandora's box like they did in Fortnite. Oh my god, Fortnite
Shut the
reference.
fuck
I love
end the
Fortnite,
podcast.
Fortnite. Okay, now we're getting viral. Well, shit.
Anyways, guys, see you later.
That's about it.
Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.